Hi everyone, this is Madhu, and today I'm going to talk about Salesforce Commerce Cloud. So I am new to Salesforce Commerce Cloud. I actually worked on a small project, and I'm kind of still learning Salesforce Commerce Cloud. However, I saw that when I started to learn, there were limited resources available. So I thought it would be a good idea to share my learning with you all, so that you can learn with me if you're interested. I'm going to share the links and resources of what actually helped me to get started with Salesforce Commerce Cloud. However, in today's section, I'm going to talk about the setting up of your first SFRA demo site. So for this, the first thing that you need is a sandbox. So unfortunately, like Trailhead Playground, Commerce Cloud Sandbox is not readily available, in the public domain. So what you need is if you are working for an organization that is a partner to a Salesforce, then you can probably reach out to the right team in your organization and get access to one of the on-demand sandboxes. So once you have access to your sandbox and once you are good with your login and Salesforce Authenticator, so then when you log in for the first time, you will be landed on your sandbox where there are no sites that are configured. So it will look something like this, what you see on my screen. So here, if you see, there is a section called select a site. So it is asking for you to select one of the sites that you created or one of the demo sites that are available. So when you log in for the first time, this may not be available with you, but I'm going to tell you how you can kind of install that for your business manager. Now, this whole, I would say, the portal is the business manager, where there are primarily two important sections. One is the merchant tools, which is used by merchandisers to kind of set up their products, catalogs, contents, so that it is available to their sites. And the administration section is mostly used by the developers, to do some kind of custom configurations or development. We are going to talk about this later in my other videos, but today our focus is on setting up the demo site. So for that, the first thing that you need to do is you go to admin and you go to site import and export. So here, if you see, you're going to get a few options. The site Genesis demo site is the legacy demo site. So we are not going to for this today, but we are going to talk about more on SFRA demo sites. So you can select SFRA and do an import. So when you click on that, you will get several options of what you want to install. So whether you want to install the sales storefront reference architecture base or plus all optional features. So I already installed SFRA base plus optional features in my BM. So you can go ahead and do the same. So when you click on deploy, so it is going to start the deployment. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get the complete set of cartridges and code deployed to your site. So here in the status section, you can do a refresh and you can see the progress of your deployment. So I already set up this for my site, so I'm not going to do that. But these are the steps that you typically need to deploy and get started with your first demo site. So once the deployment is complete, if you click on select a site, you will see that your demo site has already been installed. So you can access it by clicking it. And once you click it, if you see that the merchant tools options will be available to you. So administration tool is available, or the options are available even though there are no sites installed. But for merchant tools, it is kind of site specific. So you have to install at least one site so that you can access these features. So we are going to cover more on merchant tools and administrator in my follow videos. Uh, Once you install your demo site, one of the important things that you would want to do is to rebuild all the indexes. So how it works is that if you click on search indexes, you see a lot of indexes like product content, synonym, etc., right? So these are kind of the list of products or the contents that are already available to your site. And but when you kind of execute or click on the site, you may not be able to see all the products because the indexes are not yet built or configured. So how Commerce Cloud works is, in order to improve the performances, it needs the indexes, it needs the right indexes to be configured. So, whenever you have any changes to your product or content, you add a new product, you add something to your content, you make sure that you are rebuilding the that particular index to make sure that the updates are reflected to your site. Otherwise, you might run into issues where you are not able to see your product. You added it to your BM, but it is not available on your site. Then you don't know what to do. So just go and check that if this step is something that you already did after configuring your products. So it takes some time, but you need to select, and you can click on rebuild or rebuild all. So when I did it for the first time in my first deployment, I did rebuild all. So wait for it to be built. So while it is rebuilding, right? So if you see, there are two other options available: storefront and toolkit. So toolkit is a very important option for developers. So it kind of helps you to see the different sections of your page, and in your code what file it is referring to. So I will make another video to cover that section as well. So it is 75% done. Let's wait for it to be complete, and then maybe we can see on the site how it looks like, our demo site. So yeah, so it is done. So now I can click on either toolkit or storefront. So it takes me to our demo site. So this is my demo site, right? I did some changes to it while I was working on one of my things. So, but this is typically how it looks like. It has all the menu options, and if you go, you can see the sub menus, the different categories. Under women clothing, you can see like outfits, and if you scroll down, you can see all the products that are available, which has been already configured for you. So this is how the demo site will look like. Ideally, you are not going to use it as it is for your project, but you're going to customize it, right? So we will talk about more options on customizing and how you can do it in my later videos. Before we close, right, today's video, I want to point out one thing that if you see the URL here, right? So it is not, it is like a SEO URL, but however you want, as a developer, you would want to know which controller is called or which route is called. So to help you with that, there is one option setting that you can do. So I'll move back to my BM, and if you see, if you go to merchant tools, you will see that there is an option called storefront URLs under site preferences. So if you click that option, if you see that this is already checked for you, which says that enable new rule-based storefront URL to replace the legacy SEO URLs. So it kind of this option kind of helps you to give you the generic URLs, which is good for your production, but for development you don't want this option to be checked. So let's uncheck this option, and let's see how our URL looks like when we don't use this option. So let me click the toolkit again, And if you see now, so you see the difference right here. It says home underscore show. So home is my controller. So it is one of my JS file, and show is one of my routes where I like route by route I mean that it is kind of a function, a middleware function that you have written, to execute some codes. So this is really a good option for developers. So if you are a developer, then you would want to kind of uncheck that option, and so that it is easier for you to debug whenever you are doing your development and testing. So I think that is all for today. I hope it is of some help to you. I will be posting more videos for Salesforce Commerce Cloud as I learn. So thank you all for joining and learn with me. Have a good day. Bye bye.